Hi everyone, Sharon here with Creating with Sharon. How are you all doing? This is Facebook changed everything and I'm totally lost. I have no idea what's going on or anything. So I apologize for that. Just trying to see if I can. There we go. Yay, I just share it on a group or two. And I can only do it to 2 people. Oh well. Yeah, they changed everything and totally messed me up. So I apologize if I messed up. So, how y'all doing? It's Sharon Davies. I'm an independent snapping up demonstrator here in downtown sunny Winnipeg. Hi, Diane. It's gorgeous here today. It's nice and warm. I don't even know what the temperature is, but it was nice and warm. I had a friend over this afternoon and we sat outside. So I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to flip this around and we'll get started. I'm just going to a couple things I want to show you. Whoops. So there we go. Can you see that? Yeah. So a couple things. I do send out a newsletter, and this week I'm going to send out a newsletter, and in it will be a tutorial for these 3 cards. And this is the Hippest Hippo, and I'm going to be doing that today too. The Hippest Hippo. So we're doing one. I think there's, yeah, all 3 of the little hippos will be done. I will send the PDF out on Friday in my newsletter. So in order to get onto my newsletter list, onto my newsletter, you'll need to sign up for my newsletter, which is on creatingwithsharon.com. It's my blog, and it'll automatically pop up, and then you can go from there. So I'm just gonna make a card. I made one, this one right here, but I'm going to change it up a bit. Looks like this is off a bit, so I'm just going to change it up a bit. But I just love the colors, how bright and cheery it is. It is using the hippo. So all the instructions, I wouldn't say the instructions because they're fairly easy. I'll post this video over there too. All the material and everything that I'm used is going to be over there. So I'm going to use the Hippest Hippos. It's a mouthful. And it is a free stamp set through Celebration. So for every $60 you spend, you can purchase the stamp set, and it also comes with dies. And so for $120 you get a free, here's the dies right here, you get a free bundle. So it comes with a little umbrella, comes with a tub, this is a little boat, isn't that cute? Comes with hearts and some splashes, some waves. This is grass, isn't that cute? And then I did the splashes. We have the goggles for, where did I put the cards? We have the goggles, which look like this. And then we have the snorkel. I'm not too sure what that is. I'll have to play around with that. And then we have the dies for all 3 of the hippos, and then we have a life preserver, some flowers, some stars, and yeah, this looks like a chunk of cheese, but I could be wrong. And that looks like maybe a propeller that goes onto the back of that boat, but I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. Okay, so let's get started. So this is free with a $60 order. If you put order in of $120, you can get a bundle, so you can actually get the stamp set and the dies for that. That's the stamp set I'm using. I'm also using the penguin place because I'm making little thank you cards, so big thanks a lot. The embossing folder I've used is Pretty Flower, so that's one right there. And then I'm also going to use a decorative circle punch. And I got some blends. Like I said, everything is over posted on my blog. So I got some blends, I got my Wink Stella, and I have my Hippo stamp set, and then I also have my Memento ink. Okay, so let's just move everything out of the way so I don't get anything dirty. I'll just put these guys here. So to get started, I have my card base, which is a Melon Mambo 5.5 by 8.5 fold and scored at 4.25. And then I have a piece of black, basic black, which is 3 inches by 5.5, and I'm just gonna slide it onto here. And this is also my card for Casing Tuesday. I have a piece of black and white designs. I'm going to cut that down. I have a scrap piece of Granny Apple Green, my white to stamp my little hippo on it. A little tiny piece, I think this is 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, this is 1/4 of an inch, and that's for my sentiment. And then I have a piece of Melon Mambo that's 1 inch by 3 inches, which is going to go across there like that. Okay, so I'll get all this cut down later. So first things first, I'm gonna do the most time. I'm gonna glue this piece onto here. It's the only piece I'm gonna glue. I think everything else is dimensioned. Oh, I think I lied on that piece because I like to use my Tombow glue. The reason being, this is, sorry guys, this is way out. Keep it up. Because when you go to put it on, and if it's not perfect, you do have a couple seconds to put it into place. So that is the embossed piece adhered to the Melon Mambo. I do have these guys already cut, so I'll just use that up. And then I'm going to make sure that's all down nice and flat, put that out of the way. I'm going to take my decorative circle and I'm going to punch out a circle. Put that with that, and I'll put that out of the way. And I'm going to need my trimmer. And since this is 3 inches, it's going on to here. And since this is 3 inches across, I just want it to sit just like that. So I'm just going to cut this piece at 3 inches. Just like that. And I'm going to adhere it about right there on the card. And I'm going to glue this down. And I do the gluing first so it has time to dry. Oops, before I make a mess, and I already made a mess. Just flip this over. Okay, so put the glue lid back on, put it right in place. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Memento ink, and the reason I'm using Memento because it is water-based, and I'm going to be using alcohol-based, my blends and alcohol-based, and that way my image will not run at all. So just lightly stamp that up, and I'm going to just, there we go. She is so cute. Okay, put this out of the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my gray granite, and I'm going to test it first. Where's the scrap piece of paper? I like to test my pens first, and I'm going to do this side just to see how dark they are, and then we'll go from there. So those are about the same. Can you see that? And then I'm going to bring in the darker of the two and do that, and then this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here, and I'm just going to basically outline my my hippo. And remember when you're a kid and you color, you just at school you just color made the outside darker. That's all I'm doing on this here. And I'm just going to just go around the eyes. So I want them to pop. And then bring my marker up. Like this. And then I want to give her a little bit of shadowing on the nostrils, and then also on the bottom of the mouth. So we want to do her arms too. A little bit darker there, and around the edge of the. So this is supposed to be your belly, but I'm actually going to make it into a bodysuit because it's cuter. And I want to make her cute. And then down here, all I'm going to do, so see that little line right there? That's part of her bodysuit. So I'm just going to just color, and then underneath there like that. And then the same thing with her little legs. So I'm going to make the bottom of the ballet slipper basic, or this is a basic. This is smoky slate. And I'm going to just leave the laces. I'm going to leave the laces because I'm just going to color those in using the Melon Mambo. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to just let it cool a little bit, and I'm going to bring in my petal pink, and I'm going to color her little ears, inside her ears, petal pink. And I'm going to do it wider because you can't really see. Did on the wider, it's probably darker. Yeah, there we go. And then her little fingers, I'm going to do them also petal pink. So what I'm doing is just letting the blends dry so I can color it in. So now I'm going to bring in the fine tip of this, and I'm just in circular motion. I'm just going to go around and blend the colors in. So you want to basically go over everything that you've done. And I do it in a circular motion. Just like that. She's so darn cute. And then, so see how it's lighter in spots? I'm gonna leave that because that's the effect that I like. I want it to look natural, so like the light is actually hitting her. That, and then do the same thing on this side. And then we'll do underneath her tutu, her little legs. Okay, when we were in Mexico, whenever we travel, I try and buy a piece of artwork everywhere we go, just to support the local artists and also to add to my collection. I like to add to my collection. And I bought a little hippo that was actually dancing. She was so darn cute. Okay, so I'm thinking that with this one here, that so I'm going to do her bodysuit in the Melon Mambo, and just underneath her chin and around the edges. So see this piece right here, you've got to remember to do this piece also. And then I also did the laces on her shoes. I'm going to have to bring in the basic smoky slate again just to do I missed a piece right here. Oops, wrong one. This piece right down here. I missed that. There we go. So there we have it all colored in. And then I'm going to go back and then in a circular motion. No, I'm gonna do the wide end. So this is the light of the Melon Mambo, and I'm just gonna go in and just make sure that you go over top of where you highlighted. And I'm gonna go around again, just to give it a little bit of depth underneath the chin. Now this takes practice. Don't expect to be, if you try this, to be perfect the first time, because I tell you, I'm not an expert at any means. Okay, so that is the little bodysuit. Now I'm going to bring in my Granny Apple Green and do the same thing. See which ones It looks like the lighter. And then, yeah. So what I'll do is take the wider end because it is darker, and I want the highlights, right? So I'm just going to go underneath like this. And now I'm going to just flip it around, and I'm going to circular motion just go around the bottom. Like that. And then blend it in, and then I'm going to just bring my blends and then just go just to give it a little bit more depth so you guys can see the depth, so it gives it a little bit more oomph, I guess. Okay, so there she is, all done. So, but you know, she needs a little bit of bling. So I have, of course, my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to color her little tutu using my Wink of Stella, because every little girl needs a little bling in her life. Okay, so I'm just going to just put these to the side, and now I'm going to grab my die cut. Oops. Now I gotta remember which one it is. This one, I think it might be this one because it has the little ears. No, that's not it. I don't think that's it either. Oh, it must be the last one, right? This one right here, yeah. So there's that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just take it over to my Big Boss and just cut it out. You guys know how to cut, so I'm not gonna. And I like to use a little bit of tape to keep it in place, because unfortunately our magnetic boards are no longer available. I just loved it when it was, but Stampin' Up! Recalled them because it wasn't to their satisfaction. But I just love the board. It was perfect. Oh, I am missing something. Sounds like there's a mouse in my Big Boss. Okay, so there it is, cut out. Let's put this out of the way. I think so. And then she gets put onto here. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in my wobbles because I just love them. And I'm going to adhere one onto her so she wobbles. Oh, sorry, pretty loud. So she wobbles on, and she's a dancer too, right? Okay, so I'm going to do this end and this, adhere this one onto her. My pick a tool. And I'm just going to just put this into the center of her, just like that. And then I'm going to just peel off the back of this. So you got to be careful because you only have one shot with this. And apparently you can make these, but no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to use this 2 points as the center, and I'm just going to add her to that. So now there she's dancing. And now I'm just going to take this piece here, and I don't think I have to pay any extra postage on that. So I'm going to just bring in some dimensionals. I'm going to use my black ones. So, and I'm going to put 3 on, just like that. And I'm going to put her right now. I'm going to see these pointy things. I'm going to center them up in between the Melon Mambo, just like that. And I have this wee piece of basic white, and I'm thinking it's, where's my ink? I'm thinking it's a quarter of an inch by whatever, because I'm going to just use the lots of thanks for that. And you see my head, I apologize. There we go. And I'm just going to just snip off the ends. Just put it down there, or put it, no, I'm going to put it down there. And then what I think I'm going to do, I just had an idea with the dies. I'm going to grab the little hearts, the 3 little hearts. And I'm going to add those. I'm going to cut them out in the Melon Mambo. Just going to grab a piece. So I have a bunch of scraps here, so I'll just run one of these through. Will that fit on there? No. Just grab a scrap. There we go. And I'll just run it through my big boss here. And we'll add those just to bring up this part right here. And I think I might even put a wee bit of Winkestella on that. These guys too. Just quickly cut this out. Sounds like there's a squirrel in my big boss. Oops. They went everywhere. I got all but one. Where did they go? There's one. There's two. There's one. And there's two. And I gotta find one more. Oh, there he is. And then there's 3. So that they certainly pop on the basic black, right? Okay. So let's put this on, and I think I'll use. I thought I had mini black dimensionals. I think I did. Yeah. So I'll just grab a couple of these guys. 2 and 3. Oops. And I'll put this guy, these right here. And then I'll just, this way, that away, just grab a wee dimensional for the back of the larger heart. And just that there. Oh, doesn't want to go on. I'm just bringing my little tube of my multi-purpose glue. And add that there. And then this one. We'll do the same thing, just add a wee bit. There like that. And then if I want to later on, I can add some Winkestella. Put all this away so I don't lose anything. Just add the Winkestella onto the heart just to give it a wee bit of bling. Oh, I better maybe push this down a bit. Doesn't look like it's stuck. So Wink of Stella is perfect to add a little bit of bling onto almost anything, especially with doing Christmas cards. They're going to be starting to happen really soon with our new mini catalog being out. So this is where I got my inspiration from, but I changed it up a bit to, because I just, yeah. So it says lots of things. So there you have it. So there's the card that I made today. If you're not part of club, because they have their own hostess code, and if you plan on putting an order in, put this order in, you just might get a card in the mail. Which one? I have no idea. That'd be a surprise. So there you have it. The Hippest Hippos. They're so cute. Just love them. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I want you to have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Okay, thanks guys. Talk to you later. See ya. Bye.